With Full Channel, you can help the planet just by watching TV, or by surfing the internet, or by making a phone call. It's our new innovative GreenLink program.
This is Ken Pyle, and we're here with Levi Maaia of Full Channel. And Levi, you're not going to be at the Independent show this year, but you're here with us, which is really good. So hopefully you'll be on TV here in the next couple days at the show. But one of the things that a couple of years ago we met, you spoke at the Independent show, and I guess a couple of years before that, you were given an award by Cablefax, I believe, for a program you started. Why don't you tell us about that program?
Sure, yeah. Back in 2009, Cablefax gave us a Top Ops Award for community service because of our GreenLink program at Full Channel. What GreenLink is a renewable energy program that works with a provider in Rhode Island, which what they're doing is acquiring renewable energy sources for the electric pool. So what that means is when a participating customer subscribes to GreenLink from Full Channel, the portion of the electricity that's used to deliver this cable, internet, and phone services to their house is drawn from a green source, a renewable source. In the case of Rhode Island, it's wind power. We've got a huge growing wind energy industry in the Northeast.
You can now have Full Channel services delivered by wind power from renewable energy sources right here in New England.
And so GreenLink works with People's Power and Light, which is a nonprofit organization in Rhode Island that acquires green energy and pumps it into the grid, essentially. So a lot of our customers ask us, well, how does that work? How do I know that when I pay you my $1 a month for GreenLink that my services are delivered with wind power and that my neighbors aren't, right? So how this works is it's not actually that the electron that comes through your outlet is generated by wind power. What it means is that if for instance, we'll use a number like 100 kilowatt hours that's necessary to deliver services, which is understated. It's much more, but so we'll use 100, and let's say that we have each customer. If we had 100 customers and it's 100 kilowatt hours, and we had 2 customers elect to have GreenLink service, that means that 2 kilowatt hours of those 100 would be generated by wind power. And so it's really just a pool and how we draw from that pool. And that's pretty much how a lot of these green energy programs work, and customers all over the country can participate in these sort of things, not just through a cable company. I think we're still the only cable, internet, and phone provider in the country that's participating in a program like this, but a lot of electric utilities are also doing it too. So folks who are watching can check if they're interested in a program like this where they live with their electric utility and see if there's a participating program there in their state that they can do that. But GreenLink for us has been sort of a natural extension, we call it, of our community outreach. You know, we've been a family-owned company for more than 30 years in Bristol County, Rhode Island, and so when I heard of People's Power and Light and their initiative to bring more green energy and more wind power to the Northeast, I thought, well, how can we get involved? You know, we use a lot of electricity delivering cable television and internet services, and then we added phone just a couple of years ago. So as we add more services, we need more power, and how can we have less of an environmental impact as we can with that? So that's what's driven the program. It's been really cool for us. Full Channel, in addition to its customer-facing network using wind power, we also elected to use all of our administrative offices are using the program as well. So when we turn on lights and make photocopies and have laser printers and all the things that use so much electricity in our office, all of that's coming from renewable sources as well. So.
Well, and you're all in on it in the sense that when I went to your website to figure out what are we going to talk about, one of the things that impressed me was almost like the fourth service in a triple play, right? It was the fourth service. It was right up there, right in front.
Yeah, exactly. So if you go to our website, you'll see TV, internet, phone, and GreenLink. It's on there. So we've had great luck with new customers signing up for it, and I think our challenge is to reach out to our existing customers and say, hey, jump on board with this. It's not expensive. It's $1 extra a month, and you can ensure that 100% of the energy that's used to deliver communication services to your house come from wind. And it's a small portion. If people did that for their communication services and did it for their electricity, then I think we'd see a shift away from some of the carbon producing sources of electricity and a shift toward carbon neutral production. Now, some might argue that wind isn't the future. There's not enough wind in the Northeast. We couldn't possibly move exclusively toward wind. But I think it sends a message anyway that we're looking for other solutions, that we're not just going to continue to build coal-fired plants in our backyard, and Bristol County, Rhode Island in particular, I think is sensitive to that because we do have a coal-fired plant there, and there was a proposition to build another one in the state which got shut down by some local residents who were really against building something like that. So it's not intended to be a political statement. It's more or less just a program that people can feel good about participating in.
Well, I'm kind of curious, and I don't know if you can give numbers, but I'm curious what sort of attach rate are you getting from it? Out of a new customer, 1 out of 2, or however.
Yeah, anecdotally, I can say probably 70-80% of new customers subscribe to it as I see the things come in when the orders come in online anyway. So 70-80% of our online orders show that people are saying, I want to participate in GreenLink. I would say we have under 5% of our existing customers who have reached out and said, I want to subscribe to this. So we probably need to do more reaching out to them, and every time we make contact with them, reminding them about it. But so it's a growing program. It's been really easy to work with People's Power and Light to get it going, and as we get more alternative sources, as we get hydroelectric power, as we get they're doing things with green waste and generating power that way, and of course through solar, which works better on the West Coast where you get more sun, or at least in the Southwest anyway. But I think we'll continue to see these technologies grow. We're already seeing solar power being much more efficient than it was just 5 years ago. So.
Sure. Well, it's a very unique program, and I appreciate the update. I'm sure the viewers will as well. So, Levi, look forward to seeing you again.
Thanks, Ken.
Thanks.